My name is Sterling Brinkerhoff, and I'm about to talk with Jason Toll, the Assistant Superintendent of the Springville Fish Hatchery. Exciting news is waiting for kids around Utah County as more rainbow trout will soon be available for our local fish ponds. Today, I'm getting a preview of the newly renovated Springville Fish Hatchery before it opens to the public. We'll take a tour through the facilities and tell you what you can expect when tours will be available for the first time in many years. The Springville Fish Hatchery is Utah's oldest and newest fish hatchery and will be reopening to the public in just a few weeks. Originally built in the late 1890s, it was officially established in 1909 to build populations of fish for Utah's cold water fisheries.
It was a federal fish hatchery before they donated the land to the state. And they always said that the state could have the land as long as they had a hatchery here. And so that's aptly named Springville. There's plenty of water here. Our springs give us about 16 CFS, that's cubic feet per second. That is a lot of water. Right now, we're currently able to use about 6 CFS of that.
This hatchery was closed 5 years ago after Whirling Disease was found.
Whirling Disease is a disease, it's a parasite, and it affects both a fish and a worm that lives in the mud, and so it has 2 hosts. It kills up to 90% of a population of fish. Pretty bad news. Utah has had a policy that they don't stock Whirling Disease positive fish, which is why they shut down our hatchery for 5 years. Recently, we just finished our UV filtering station so that we can treat up to 6 CFS of that water. We can stock out trout that are clean and safe. So when it gets into the fish, when the fish are young, it causes a deformation of their spinal column, which causes them to swim funny, and that's why they call it Whirling Disease. You can see each one of these items they're a drum filter, and inside there's a great big, it's probably 4 feet in diameter. It's this huge drum, and as it turns, it picks up the particulates in the water. And I think we're getting down to about 40 microns, which is darn small. In fact, some of the Whirling Disease parasites are bigger than that, and we're actually taking them out with that.
This is the Aquastar water purification system. It is a small-scale purifier that is used to kill dangerous microorganisms from the clear filtered water, and works similar to those at the new Springville Fish Hatchery, swimming pools, and other water treatment plants. Its intense UV rays penetrate dangerous microorganisms, and after 1 minute it kills them so that they cannot cause any harm.
The water actually comes in from the east over here, and it flows into the building, and it goes through these filters, and then it'll come underneath right here into this box, and then flow down this channel. Now each one of these banks is a UV filter. We have 3 of them. So if one ever goes down, we have a double redundancy. And each one of these banks can treat all the water by itself. They'll all run all at the same time. Because they're a light, you can power them down, so they're not running at 100% all the time. But if one has a problem, or we need to do maintenance on one, we can shut it off, and these other 2 will amp up and take over. It's pretty neat. And then that water will go down that chute on the far end and comes out in our raceways. That's one thing I've noticed going through the process of rebuilding this hatchery that they have put a lot of emphasis on, is making sure that people like you guys can come and see the fish. Kind of funny, that's actually how I got into fish culture. As a little boy, what grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade? Oh, that's uncanny. Mr. Shockley's class in the 4th grade at Vista Elementary School, I did a report on fish hatcheries. I did. And I went and interviewed at the Mountain Green Fish Hatchery. I interviewed Jim Ivory, and he doesn't remember. Go down and look at that hatchery sometime, because it is amazing. They're currently our biggest fish producer. I went down there and interviewed Jim Ivory and asked him what it took to get a job in fish culture. I went to Arizona State University and got a degree in conservation biology, and here I am. So, there's a lot of that goes on. People that bring their families to see the hatchery. They get involved in fishing. They get involved with the work, volunteering, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty neat. My sisters make fun of me because this is what I've always wanted to do.
Nice.
And now I'm doing it. So, this building is amazing. Believe it or not, fish don't like the light and they get sunburned. And so having a cover on our building does several different things for us. First of all, it keeps the birds out of our fish. The birds will eat them, the birds can spread disease. That's just the way things are. But it keeps the sun off our fish, and it keeps the sun out of the water. So we don't have the moss growth and the algae growth in our raceways, so it keeps them cleaner. You can actually see the yellow lines on the asphalt here.
I see.
This is going to be a tour route. And so school groups and families can come in and with a tour guide and take a look at our hatchery. So if they want to tour the hatchery, they need to give us a call. Our phone number is 801-489-4421. So please give us a call. Myself or Rick Hartman will be happy to bring you through the hatchery and show you around. Again, that number is 801-489-4421.
Utah's fish hatcheries stocked about 22,000 fish in Salem Pond, which include albino rainbow trout, and some brown trout that are about 10 inches, and some of them even range to 20 inches. The hatcheries also planted about 1,000 channel catfish in Salem Pond. Last year, Utah's fish hatcheries stocked exactly 16,814 10-inch rainbow trout albino fish in Spanish Oaks Pond. Now that the Springville Fish Hatchery is reopening, these numbers should get even bigger. For more information about Utah's fishing waters and regulations, pick up a copy of the 2011 Utah Fishing Guide at licensed agents and the Division of Wildlife Resources. Wildlife resource offices should also have copies of the community fishing guidebooks available as well.